first took over the job at Lincoln, and what has the summer been like so far?
Just building upon the spring. We've been going at it really hard. We've been building on our technique, spending a lot of time working on the football side of it, missing out last year with COVID, missing the spring and a summer. So last year going into the season, we probably had about 20% of our playbook in on offensive defense starting off the season. But now, with the time we have, we're pretty much have 100% of the playbook in going into that first game. So it's just giving us so much time to add everything we need to do X and O's wise. And then we're always getting bigger, faster, stronger.
Coach, I watch you guys on social media. I appreciate the clips you guys have been putting up. Let's get to work. This one's for your, I guess this one's really for your guys sitting to the next to you. Go ahead and talk to me about just really that whole mantra, that attitude of just getting after it, and what the summer has been like for you guys, especially you guys are both are really, especially on the recruiting trail, you guys are very sought after. And just talk to me about how you separating just the recruiting machine from being able to focus on your team.
Well, we really focus on during the spring. It's all one body, so we've been focusing on that pretty much. And for the recruiting question, I don't really let all the ratings, all that, let them get in my head. I just keep working and getting better.
Going into the summer, the offense, we've just been trying to get stronger and stay on top of our things mentally, because that's where our weak suit is right now, is our mentality. So that's what we've really been working on right now, and then trying to get stronger and put in extra plays and put in extra time to get better as one body. And as the recruiting aspect, I'm committed, so I'm not really a big fan of the hype as far as the stars and who's better and all that. I just like to play my game and let my game show for itself.
Jack Williams, Tallahassee Democrat. Question here for Coach Tyson. In playing a season with, COVID and all that stuff happening, having a strong finish like you guys have, and now returning, a ton of players, I guess what kind of position does that put you guys in? I guess how do you feel, being able to go through a season like that and still have a core that's pretty experienced?
We always try to turn the negatives into positives, even dealing with some of the COVID issues. Having quarantines last year helped us have a lot of players that got opportunities to play. So going into this year, having 9 returning starters on offense, Perry being the leader. Then we have 3 returning receivers, Jalen Oliver, Duca Toro. We got Big Said that's doing a great job at tight end. And then we got kind of savvy offensive lineman set that's led by Xavier Clark. Just to have 9 guys that went through it last year and come back strong this year. And then on defense, having 8 returning starters, the whole linebacker core, and that's kind of our strong suit because they all can run and hit. Then we have 3 D linemen returning, both edge guys that do a great job getting after the quarterback. And then Big Rohan in the middle. And then having 2 secondary guys that can play corner, safety, move around and do different things. It just kind of sets us up to really have a good year right out the gate. And that's why we scheduled our schedule the way it is, but we play some really tough teams out of the gate so we can really kind of measure ourselves on what we need to work on.
Talking a little bit about the schedule, starting off, you guys are kind of thrown into it on the road mostly, in your first, I believe it's 4 first 5 games, 4 of them are on the road. You guys start out at Niceville, I guess by the time you guys come back to Lincoln against Leon, how much of, how built up are you guys expecting to be by that time coming around and you getting into a more of a home schedule?
Well, first of all, we always want to be a team that able to go on the road, because when you get in the playoffs, you're going to probably travel 2 to 3 games. So we want to get that atmosphere. We want to get into that rhythm of being on the road, treating it as a business trip and not a field trip. So we try to do that early in the season. Again, we want to play top-notch competition. We don't run from competition, so we try to play the best. We realize iron sharpens iron, and we want to, go through the season and get better every week. And that's what we do with our schedule. So I think it's really conducive to push us to be our best week in, week out.
How's it going, guys? Andrew Jute, VSN Tallahassee. Coach, I guess I'll start with you, and I'd love to hear from the guys, Perry and Raylen. What's the thing that's got you most excited for going into this new season? Obviously, a little bit of a travel, but I guess personnel-wise, team-wise, what you most excited for?
I'm going to throw that question to Coach Yeomans because he's been around for 25 years coaching and playing with Lincoln. So this year should be different and special. I'm going to let him answer that question.
No, for sure. We're excited about the upcoming season, just the challenges that are ahead. Like we just talked about, our schedule that we have, we set it up to where we have, tough games throughout the season. But we want to use that to challenge ourselves to get better every game. We want to get better every game. And then I'm just excited, just like Coach Tyson said, about the returners that we have on offense and defense. We have a lot of senior and junior leadership that should show. They got a chance to play a lot of games, and we rotate a lot. So we've built some quality depth through the years. So we're excited about that, and we're excited about what the team can do and what our abilities are to move forward and win a championship.
I feel good about this upcoming season because, all that's been going through my mind is bringing back a championship to the school, for especially for the senior class this year. I got a lot of us are close, and especially in the senior class with me. So I'm just focused on getting the chip for the team and them.
I feel about the season. I feel really good about it going into it. During the spring, we went 2-0. So this upcoming season, I'm really expecting a lot from our returning seniors and our whole team. So I just expect us all to dominate and then bring back the chip, like Raylen said, for our senior year.
Very cool. Perry, I guess what's your confidence level here going into this year with able to get one under your belt last year?
Just having that mentality and seeing how we lost last year in the playoffs, that's a chip on my shoulder. It was a really close game, and we didn't do all that we were supposed to do that game. So that's the chip on my shoulder and on my teammates' shoulder to bring back the chip this year and put all that we got on the line because this is our last year.
All right, and last one, Coach, I want to throw this back over to you. I guess what's the biggest thing you're trying to instill this year to set up some success for Lincoln?
Really, one of the things that we kind of hurt us last year is not bringing our A game week in and week out. And that was one of the main reasons we set up the schedule that way. We wanted it to be kind of like an SEC schedule where we got to prepare the same every week. We got to have the same motivation every week. And if we're not, we're going to lose. So the big thing to me is being able to be prepared every week, week in, week out, prepare the same versus everybody, because anybody that's on our schedule could beat us if we don't bring our A game.
Question for Perry and Raylen. Last time I was at Lincoln, I heard a lot of, that one body phrase going around and stuff like that. And you guys just reiterating that over and over again. In your own words at Lincoln, what do you believe one body means?
To me, it means like a brotherhood. Like we're all one body. Like one person can hurt the whole team. So we all look as like we're all just one body. Like so we see somebody doing something dumb or stupid, we'll tell them to bring them back. We'll bring them back. We'll bring them back to the body.
What one body means to me is, like Raylen said, we're a brotherhood. So if one person is out of line, that can mess up everybody's chance of winning games, going to the championship, or receiving offers. So one body, that's really our mentality because we're just we're a brotherhood. We've been a brotherhood since some of us middle school and then our ninth grade year with each other. So we all really grew up with each other and we spend more time with each other. So one body, that's just our brotherhood. So that's just a little quote.
I like to touch on that a little bit because we kind of developed that kind of hashtag because of all the stuff that happened with COVID. I mean, we were separated throughout the summer. A lot of our athletes were home, digital learning and different things like that. So it was about bringing the body back together. And everybody has a defined role on the team. Anytime you're gonna make a run for a championship, it's gonna be people that out the gate we're not really looking at as an impact player. That down the road, week 8, week 9, we're gonna need them to really step up for us to get to where we need to get to. And everybody's got to know that they're important with the team. That if one thing goes wrong with the body, it can affect the whole body. Even though a pinky is something that people would look at as not that serious. If you hurt your pinky, you got to rebalance your whole foot. You can't walk right. Everything is off. So we've got to understand that everybody has a role. Everybody's a family, and we win and lose as a team.